Hello everyone, Jolly here from Chill Lifestyle. Alright, so today's love reading is all about what's coming next. Okay, so what's next? I'm going to go through obviously your current situation, and then we'll go through possible next month kind of thing, near future, and then between now and the end of the year. So we'll see how this year closes off with your love life. Now, I'm just going to put out a trigger warning. There could be some stuff that maybe you're not wanting to hear, and if that is the case, then I'm sorry. Okay, if you're not willing to really hear the truth, then maybe this is not your reading, and it may not resonate at all. So if I go through the current circumstances and it doesn't resonate with you, maybe choose a different pile. And if nothing resonates with you, then maybe this is just isn't your reading. Okay, sometimes we can't reach every single person. So know within your heart whether you feel something makes sense or doesn't. Okay, so I got 4 piles today. So clearly Spirit wanted a message, an extra message. So I did one. Okay, so pile number 1 has got the clear quartz. Okay, so this is the clear quartz for pile number 1. Pile number 2 has got the red jasper. Pile number 3 has got the amethyst, and pile number 4 is the this is actually a bloodstone. Okay, so you can't really see it, but yeah, it's actually quite a cool stone. It's got quite a lot of blood coming, well, red marks coming through the stone. I don't think you can see it. Anyway, so that's what we call the bloodstone. So choose one of the piles in front of you. Ask Spirit which one will give you the best advice for what is coming between now and Christmas time, or now at the end of 2021 for your love life. Okay, it might take a little bit longer, so if this doesn't happen within the next 3 months, then know that it's definitely within the energies to come within a certain period of time, within, the next couple of months. Anyway, choose your piles and I'll get into your reading. So welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 1 with the clear quartz. Okay, so if this current circumstances doesn't make sense, then this is maybe not your pile. Okay, your current circumstances, you're having a lot of conflict. Okay, things are not really going well at the moment. You guys are not possibly working together as a team. Now, for some of you, there could be some kind of outside influences. Okay, you may be trying to work rather on your career at the moment, because now third-party interference does not necessarily mean that your person's having an affair or someone's having an affair. It could just mean that there's maybe perhaps you or your person's more interested in their career right now than what they are their love life. Okay, they're more interested in building up. Maybe they're looking at possible creative hobbies, or they may be looking at managerial skills, or getting higher in their career. So they're not really interested or putting as much effort into their love life because of the fact that, like I said, maybe there's even conflict because of the fact that you are always working or your person's always working. And this may be the interference that's coming between you and the person that you are with, or it just may be affecting. Okay, for some of you and very few of you, and only you will know this, so please don't start accusing anyone of anything. There could possibly be a third-party interference, but if there is, you would already know, and that's someone who's interfering. It could be family members, it could be another partner, it could be anyone. Okay, but there's just a lot of conflict. Okay, in the near future, you've got the Empress, 4 of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant. So in the near future, there's an offer that if you're not careful, you're going to miss out on. Okay, so that's something that's possibly, so it could be with someone that's very nurturing, someone who's willing to really go down the path of, marriage or something to do with that. But if you're not, maybe if you are too busy working on your career, you're going to miss out on an opportunity. Okay. It's someone who, again, is very serious, someone who's very spiritual, someone, I mean, it could really be a Taurus for some of you, because we do have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, and the Empress. The Empress represents Venus, which is both Taurus, which governs Taurus and Libra. But this is someone who's very nurturing, someone who's possibly very caring. It doesn't have to be a woman, because we've got a man and woman there, but someone who's very serious, someone who's very spiritual, and someone who is willing to actually go down the serious path. This is someone who, is in it for the long haul. It could be a serious commitment. This could be someone that you could possibly marry. And if you're not looking out or looking around you, you might miss out on this opportunity. Okay, so just be very aware of an opportunity that's around you. It could be the fact that you're dealing with a Taurus in your life. There could even be pregnancy, some of you, just putting it out there, within the near future, and it could actually lead to a marriage. But there just seems to be there's a possibility of something being missed out on. Okay, and obviously this is a love reading, so it could be an opportunity. Maybe you're wanting to have a baby, perhaps with someone, or you're wanting to get married to someone, and maybe you're not really taking the time to spend with them because you're so focused on your work or your career. So just be aware of opportunities. Don't miss out, is what Spirit is saying. You don't want to miss out on this. In the next 3 months, well, between now and the end of the year, we have King of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. So now what this is saying is that in the next 3 months, your wishes are going to be fulfilled, okay? And this is hopefully if you don't lose out on this opportunity. So I'm hoping that you've been given a warning on this opportunity that's coming towards you. And I think you're going to realize that this is definitely very honest. This is someone worth investing in. There's an investment coming in, okay? It's going to be quite a practical. We do have a lot of kings and we do have a lot of queens. The Empress, we've got a lot of higher levels. So this is very mature energy, people who are very mature, people who are quite invested, in relationships. This is someone who's honest. This is someone who's truthful. People who really believe in solid future. Someone who is maybe truthful to the point where people might get a little bit maybe hurt by this person's truth, but they're serious. They're not. This is not player energies. Okay, this is someone who is really, really serious, and there will be your wishes fulfilled. So it may not be something that maybe you might overlook it in the beginning. So just again, be very aware of someone who maybe asks you out during the next month or so, because it could be your wish fulfillment. Okay, I've got some lovers oracle here as well. So we've got here, right now, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So maybe, again, you might be so conflicted, so busy with work, so busy working on your money that you don't realize that you've lost control of certain things in your life or certain aspects. And Spirit is saying, they're snapping you back in place and saying, free yourself from anything that's toxic, free yourself from work, free yourself up a little bit and put a little bit of effort more into your love life, okay? There's a need for you to have heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, again, if you're in a relationship, this is a time for you to talk. Maybe it's time for you to start sitting down and talking about marriage if you're not already married, or talking about babies, talking about the future. Don't miss this opportunity to talk. Don't miss this opportunity to be honest with your feelings. If you are the person, for example, whose husband or boyfriend is perhaps working too much and spending some time, speak to him. Tell him that, you're needing to talk because you feel like you want to talk about the future. You want to talk about babies. You want to talk about where's this going. Okay, so it could be anything to do with that. And if it's someone new and, you want to pursue a new love, Spirit is saying, just be honest with someone. Tell someone how you feel. Don't miss out on this opportunity, okay? Serious warning here. This could be your wishes fulfilled. If you overlook it, or if you take too long, or if you're so busy on work, you may be missing out on something that is really going to give you everything you've ever wanted in love, okay? Could give you a baby, a husband, a wife, someone who's solid. There's, as I said, there's a lot of mature kings and queen energy here. So this is a divine counterpart, someone who will match your vibe, someone who you can work together with, someone who you can collaborate with. Maybe you can open up a business with, someone who will perhaps be there to nurture you while you work your career, for example. Whatever it is that you're looking for, this is your wish fulfillment. Please, please, please be on the lookout. Don't miss this opportunity, okay? Because this one's worthwhile, okay? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, as I said, at the right time, this person is meant for you, okay? Because you've also got, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, okay? So, if there's someone around you, okay, as I said, it could be Taurus, could be Libra, don't take that into consideration. But if there's someone around you, if you close your eyes and you think about the people who are around you, it could be a friend, could be someone you work with, someone who you possibly could think about. Spirit is saying, please go for it. Don't miss out on these opportunities. Had heart-to-heart conversations. Even if you're a woman, take the next step and just go after this, because otherwise you could miss it out. This is the one. This is the romantic partner you seek. This is the person you've been waiting for your whole entire life. You have been waiting for this person, okay? The person who will be with you till the end of days or whatever. This is the solid person who is very truthful, very honest, someone who is there for the long haul, okay? So I do have a lot of readings on who is your soulmate or who will you marry. If you needing a little bit more of a hint with this, then please go and have a look. Okay, pile number 1, that is what I have for you, okay? I really hope you listen to my advice and Spirit's advice. I really don't want you to miss out, okay? If there's no one around you, then ask Spirit to please bring you any kind of clue, and listen out for names, songs with their names in it, or ask Spirit to send you, you might see their name or you might see their pictures in your mind, you might dream about them if you really are confused, okay? But there's definitely someone there. Thank you, pile number 1, and I'll chat to you soon. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 2. Okay, so your current circumstances, you're trying to bring a lot more peace to your life. You're trying to bring up a lot more balance. You're trying to be patient, okay? You might feel like you're kind of in a situation but kind of out. You've got one foot in, one foot out, okay? And it's something you're trying to close off. You're trying to close off a cycle in your life. You're trying to change up things within your world. You may be dealing with possibly a Leo or a Taurus. There's really this trying to balance things up or trying to be patient perhaps, and you've worked really hard on trying to manifest, okay? You might be trying to manifest an ending so that you can have more peace in your life, but you're kind of not too sure what you want because, again, we've got one foot in and one foot out, okay? So you want maybe something new, or you want to close off a cycle with an old person, but yeah, we kind of having this situation where you want something that's more for something that's for eternity, and you want something, but you're still in a situation. So emotionally, even if you're 100% single, you haven't been dating anyone, emotionally your foot is in the water somewhere, okay? Your emotions are still connected to someone, so you cannot manifest new love when emotionally you're still with something else that you haven't closed off, okay? So your near future. So in the near future, I think you are. The reason why you're battling to close the cycle off, is because it's something you've invested a lot of time in. You've maybe perhaps spent many years with this person. Maybe you feel like this person was your soulmate. Maybe you put a lot of work and a lot of effort. You invested a lot into the situation, and it's heartbreaking for you to let this go, okay? But what Spirit is saying is that it's going to become a bit of a burden for you, okay? The situation is going to become a huge amount of a burden, and you're not going to be able to close it off and start a new cycle, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles, someone wants to come forward and offer you something when it comes to love, but this person's at a standstill. Knight of Pentacles, the horse is still. It's coming. It's going to come in very slowly, and the reason being is because you've got too many burdens right now. You have the weight of the world on your shoulders, and yeah, I don't think within the next month you're possibly going to have any kind of offers coming in. Okay, within the next 3 months. Okay. So within the next 3 months, things might change for you, okay? You may still be holding on though, okay? You're still holding on to the past, okay? There is going to be a bit of a balancing up for you. I think your patience will pay off, and you're going to get your karmic justice is what I'm getting, okay? And it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. So I think you have a reason to celebrate at the end of this year, okay? Whatever's happening now, I think at the end of this year, you're going to be celebrating. So it's either that this offer eventually comes in and it's going to bring up a lot of balance within your life. As I said, it could be your karmic justice has paid off. It could be perhaps maybe this one person that you're holding on to might come back. I'm not going to put it out there. We'll see what the other cards have to say. But either way, karma's going to finally pay off for you. So the card we've got here is healing. Your love benefits as you forgive your parents. So there's a lot of past healing family issues. Maybe you're having to look back at your parents and what have they done, and how do I not repeat the same patterns as my parents? How do I clear off those energies? How do I forgive them for what they did or how they treated me? Whatever that is, but that's obviously definitely maybe what you're working through. So you're trying to manifest a new situation but you're needing to heal these past issues, these family blockages, okay? We've got the card, release your ex. It's time. The time has come to clear your energy. So I think this is becoming a burden. Needing to just let this past go. I know that emotionally you're still in the water, but it's becoming a burden on you, okay? I know you invested a lot of time and energy into this person, but again, something that's going to be more forever is waiting for you, but it's at a standstill. This person cannot come into your life. They are waiting with their heart in their hands going, I'm not going to do anything, because you are still carrying the burdens. You're carrying the heavy energies of this past relationship in with you. It's difficult to release something you invested a lot of time and energy in, and I totally understand. But if you're kind of wanting something new, you cannot be hanging on to something old, okay? Even if you are in a relationship right now, something about your ex is still lingering within your current relationship, okay? And it's keeping things, it's creating burdens within a relationship, okay? And again, it could be because of the fact that maybe, this ex reminded you of your father or your mother or whatever you're dealing with from the past. And yeah, it's just bringing in perhaps some cycles. Releasing cycles in your life is just cycle patterns in your life. It's closing off cycles, past cycles, karmic cycles, And when you do this, and when you're willing to close off karmic cycles, Spirit will bring you they'll give you a new karmic cycle, okay? So that's basically what it is. And this new karmic cycle is true love. And this is a romance of a lifetime, okay? So this is something that you can celebrate. This is someone who you can possibly marry. This is someone who you can move in with, okay? So the future is very positive. By the end of the year, you might either be engaged, or you might be moving in with someone, or you'll be meeting someone new that will be a true love, and you could this could be someone that you definitely will marry, and definitely someone you will be engaged with, okay? But you need to release an ex first, okay, out of your system. So that is what I have for you, pile number 2. I'm hoping this made some sense for you, and I will chat to you soon. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3. So you're dealing with someone who is very solid. Okay, I have possibly someone who is very good with money, someone who's worth investing in. This is someone who is quite practical when it comes to their finances, someone who's really good with their give and take within life, give and take within their money, someone who's quite balanced. Okay, they enjoy giving a lot. Okay, but there seems to be some kind of conflict that's happening within your love life currently. Okay, for some of you, and only you will know this could be a love rival. Okay, so, and I'm only putting this out there because there may be some of you watching that this could be your boss. You may be having an affair or having a crush on your boss who is possibly involved with someone else or married to someone else, or you're in love or having a crush on someone who could be a boss, and they are married or possibly in a relationship with someone else. Okay. But this is not, please, this is not for you to go out and start accusing your man or woman of anything, because this doesn't mean that. It just means that someone who's very solid, that there just could be some quarrels or some fights, or maybe you and this person are just not listening to each other. Okay, so the ones are out, no one's actually pulling out anything else, but the ones are out and there's a clash. There's a clash of minds, there's a clash of ideas. There's a clash of where to go and what to do. It could also just mean your mind is conflicted because you don't have this person as solid, okay? And, you know, I do see this person as being a very solid person and someone who is very, you know, very giving person. Okay, so near future, Three of Swords. Oh gosh, okay, the Star, don't be too worried about it. The Queen of Hearts, and I actually got an additional near future, so I'm going to take it, okay? So what this is saying, now don't go jump off too quickly. The Three of Swords, okay, now please, there are different people watching different circumstances. For some of you, this is definitely a love rival, okay? This is definitely a third party situation and someone's going to get hurt, okay? If you are involved with someone, a third party, either you're going to get hurt or the other person's going to get hurt, but there's definitely three swords in a situation, okay? Swords are very truthful, swords are cutting. It's basically the cutting truth, and someone's about to stand up for themselves, okay? But with the Star in the middle, it's saying that there's hope, okay? There's healing taking place. So again, let's not jump to conclusions. This is just for those people who know that Spirit is not giving you shocking news right now. You know that if your person's in a relationship or not, okay? For others, okay, don't jump to conclusions. It just might mean there is some form of pain. So it could have been a misunderstanding. Again, your person says something to you and it hurts. And you having to stand up for yourself. Okay, you got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords doesn't take shit. She stands up for herself. She's got that sword. She cuts through the bullshit. She cuts through to the truth. You know, she's strict. She knows what she wants. And people who don't give her what she wants, she just cuts them out of her life and walks away. Okay, so this is saying, you know, either you are standing up for yourself, your person's standing up for yourself, but someone's standing up for themselves within the situation. But it does cause a bit of pain. Okay, but the Star in the middle, there's hope. Okay, and that hope's going to bring healing to a situation. Someone's turned their back on a situation perhaps, or maybe they feel like they've turned their back on a situation, but there's hope. And there's the Full card there, which says new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, okay, in the circumstances. And again, it may be you, perhaps if is someone, you know, that's involved with someone else and you've known this for a long time. Spirit might be saying for you to turn your back on this person and start anew. Okay, so again, please take what resonates. Don't jump to conclusions. Either way, there is hope after pain. There is hope after, or healing is taking place after some form of loss or some form of pain. Okay, and for others, it might be a simple thing that your partner said something and it's hurt you. It's hurt your feelings, and Spirit is saying, you will heal, okay? You might stand up for yourself, which might hurt their feelings, but, you know, there's new beginnings starting on here. Take a leap of faith. Don't, you know, either which way, don't allow the pain to take hold of you. There is some kind of healing that's taking place. Okay, so I know this one's quite broad, but, you know, I don't choose the cards. So between now and the end of the year, what do we have? Okay, so between now and the end of the year, there's victory within your circumstances, within your love life. Something has come to a total end, okay? Now, again, different situations going to call for different answers. Some of you, you are going to end this conflict. You're going to end this relationship. You're standing up for yourself. You're healing from this past. You've told this person you're turning your back because, you're not getting involved in this rivalry. You take a leap of faith. You've put a total end to it. And then you have victory and someone new comes charging in. Okay, so this is the leap of faith that something new happens. For others, there's going to be possible victory. Something will come to an end. It could be the end to the pain or an end to a bad situation, and something can then persist. It's a new beginning in your love life, and you are able to charge ahead into happier times. There you're on the chariot, you're about to ride into victory. Okay. Two victorious cards, one's riding to victory on his white horse, one's riding into victory on a chariot. So it just means end of bad times, better times to come. Okay. So your love oracle advice here. So we've got you at the trust. Okay, this situation calling you to trust and have faith. So it doesn't matter what your circumstances are currently right now, Spirit is saying just trust it. Okay, have faith. Better things are coming. Okay, there is a kind of, okay, so we've got this religious factors is affecting your love life. And we've also got codependency that came out for the near future. So your person may have codependency. So it could be addicted to work, addicted to sex, addicted to other people, addicted to drama. It could just be that, as I said, your person maybe with the religious factors, again, just putting the different circumstances out there, your person may be married. Okay. And there's a codependency that they're dealing with. And maybe, as I said, someone is going to walk away, whether it's you walking away or whether your married person's walking away and turning their back on this codependency, it's still going to cause heartache, okay? And it could be the end to a marriage, or it could be you turning your back to this married person and walking away. Okay, so please take whatever resonates. Only you can answer that question. Okay, if someone continuously says, yes, I'm leaving my wife, I'm leaving her, and they don't, and you also got to say to yourself, do you really want to be the reason why someone ends their marriage? You got to take on a lot of those burdens. So just be very aware. Even if it's codependency, maybe this person promises, then it's time for you to turn your back on whoever this codependency is. Okay, so if your person's in a bad marriage, then tell them, end your marriage, then come. But don't get involved. You don't want to be in a love rival. Tell them to end their marriage first before they come towards you. And even same thing, if they're in a relationship, then they must end that relationship first. You don't start one relationship when you're still in another. It's not good juju, it's not good vibes, it's not good karma. Okay, the minute someone starts having an affair, it adds bad vibes and bad karma. Okay. If it's not you, then obviously don't stress. This is for some people who may be, in a love rival. For others, they just maybe been spiritual fights, maybe perhaps between you and your person, and your person's maybe you feel quite codependent on them, and there's just need for you to take a leap of faith into something new, and your person may be arguing, and maybe that's what the fight's about. It could be religious fights, it could be codependency fights, there could be drugs or drinking or too much drinking within the circumstances, and then you need to stand up for yourself and just cut to the truth. Okay, either which way, things are looking up. The end of the year for you is going to be playful. As I said, there's a lot of victory, things charging forward, things going forward. Okay, so it's an end to bad times, good times ahead, victory, playfulness. Okay, to recapture the romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. So don't worry, whatever you're going through, whatever this rival is, trust that spirit knows what's happening. There's a new beginning starting for you and your person, or you completely. As I said, each one of us are different. You're going to ride into victory. You're going to charge forth. Either someone will come towards you or you're going towards someone. The next 3 months is victorious, is all I'm trying to say. So have fun. Don't get stuck on people. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your rights, tell people this is what I will accept and that's what I won't accept. Compromise if you need to, listen to them, make sure they're listening to you, and you will end off this year in a victorious, happy way is what I'm trying to say. Playfulness, having fun, great way to end off 2021. Okay, that's what I have for pile number 3, and I'll chat to you soon. Right, those who chose pile number 4. Okay, so something is coming at you with great speed, coming at you quite determined. someone who maybe is not thinking things all the way through. They just, charging in with not much thought process, okay? It is something that's new. It's a new potential to possibly bring you something that could make you pretty happy, okay? If you're looking to have a family with someone, then this person could come in. So if they're not really thinking about it, they might be quite ruffled at the speed in which they come in. It's coming in pretty quickly, okay? Yeah, it looks like there could definitely be some kind of potential in the circumstances, okay? There's just, they're coming in with an offer, and it might be small. It could be someone who rushes in quickly, but at the same time comes in with like, let's go for coffee. They message you, hi, hey. And maybe it's when they're quite determined to come talk to you. And this person really wants to offer you a family, okay? So I don't know if this makes sense, but it might mean that maybe while you're spending time with the family, you might be quite determined, and there might be someone new. And I see Paige being someone that's quite young, or a young energy, okay? In the next month, So in the next month, you might have to sit and think about options. So again, there could be two people, perhaps. Okay. So what I'm getting is that one's a page, one's a knight. So neither one of them are completely solid. One's a little bit quite flighty, and they're quite determined, and they very energetic, and they go after things, and they go after things with great speed and great determination. The other one's a little bit more slower. It's the Page of Pentacles. They're a little bit more childish or young. Okay, so even if they're 50 and but they act very much like a boy. And this one's got potential. So it's almost, you might have two options. I'm just putting it out there. One's a little bit young, and they show potential, but small potential. In other words, it's not coming with the diamond ring. Okay, the other person may not think things through all the way, but someone wants to offer you a family. The other one may just be if you want a family with me, you might have to wait many years. Okay, so if they're 50 or even 40, and they the page, energy-wise, in other words, they might just be offering you something small. So yeah, we'll date, but there's no solid offer from this person, not yet. They might, this is someone who may only be ready to get married, maybe perhaps in 10 years or 20 years' time, okay? The other person's a lot more determined. They know what they want, they're coming after, and they're going to persist, okay? So just putting it out there, that there could be some options, because you've got the 7 of Cups and you've got the 7 of Swords. So there's quite a lot of change possibly coming in for you within the next month, and you might need to sit and spend time thinking about it, okay? Like I say, it's, there might also be the fact that someone's not being honest. So with the 7 of Swords there, someone is not being truthful to you, okay? Someone's trying to sneak away, someone's trying to sneak off to do something else. It could be you, maybe perhaps you with this page, and you might be determined to sneak off to find other options. Okay, so each one of us are in a different situation, circumstances, so, I can't obviously give you the answers for every single person. But you could definitely find that maybe you're trying to sneak away from one childish person who you think had potential, but you kind of knowing that what you're wanting is something more solid. You want someone who's going to offer you the whole bang shoot, someone who's going to offer you the house and the marriage and the family and the children and, things like that. And this page is possibly not there. They're just there for dating. They're not interested in marriage. They're not interested in settling down. They're not even interested in moving in with you. They just want to date. They just want to have someone that they right now anyway, I mean, I'm certainly not telling you what the future holds right now. This is the next 3 months, but right now this person's not interested in anything solid. Okay, it's just more like, I just want to have someone that I can take to the parties, or if I'm going invited to a wedding, I can kind of take you with. This is what the page energy is. That's someone who's quite mature, or someone who's still new to the dating scene perhaps, or they're not really sure what they want, so they just kind of have you around, is what I'm getting. Whereas someone else is this Knight of Swords who's a lot more determined, and that they rush in maybe without thinking, but they at least know what they're wanting. Okay, they're a knight, so they're more mature than this page, is what I'm getting at. So either you are in a relationship, perhaps. I mean, please, everyone's circumstances is different, and you may try to sneak away to go and see this other option, to go and test the waters in another option. Or perhaps maybe there are maybe this page perhaps is someone who's kind of not being honest, and they're sneaking off, and they're being a little bit deceptive to you. So they're kind of offering you one thing, but they're kind of, because this person's kind of looking behind them. They're carrying swords, but they've got two swords behind them. So they're kind of looking at other options, or they're looking at other people. Okay. Either which way, with the Seven of Cups here, it is saying that there's better things to come for you. Okay. There's better options. What maybe looks good on paper, we've got the devil and we've got the snake. So something is not good. It's deceptive. Okay. And you're needing to think about this very, very carefully. Okay. What seems like someone who could offer you a family could really and truly be flirting with others and not really coming with anything very solid. Okay. So the next 3 months, we've got the Eight of Cups, Two of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, I really feel like you're going to walk away. With the Two of Swords, you've seen the light. Okay. You know now that you might just have this determination that whatever this is, whatever was coming between you and this person, I think you're willing to take off the blindfolds. Okay, I think you're starting to see the truth. It may be overwhelming, because you have to now create a new path for yourself. But there's someone you're definitely going to walk away from in the next 3 months, and you're possibly going to be single with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you might be, as I said, someone who sneaks off, because you might realize that this person was creating illusions. They were pretending to tell you one thing when really and truly they weren't. And so you would rather work on yourself and work on your money, work on your life, because you might have the determination to rather leave. Okay. We have got your past life relationship. You've known each other before. So what this is saying is that there is someone, and it could be this Knight of Swords, it could be a past life relationship that's coming forward towards you, because we've also got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so this is again saying that there's someone new definitely coming in, someone who's very determined to be with you. And like I say, you might have had to make a decision, and by the end of this year, you will make your decision. You might decide not to have either one of them and rather be by yourself. You've also got the card here, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So you might decide at the end of this year, you know what, stuff it. I'm going to rather work on myself. And wait for a new love. Maybe you don't like any one of those options, or maybe when you start working on yourself and you start showing the universe that, what, I am quite respectable. I don't need to take these people who, pretend to have feelings, or these people who are childish and immature. I don't need to take these kind of people into my life. I can actually, go forth and work on myself, work on my independence, work on my looks, work on my business, and bring in something that's a lot better. Okay, and there's definitely a new person that's around you that's going to show you the interest. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 4. It's probably not one of the best piles, but you know what? Being single is not the worst thing. Sometimes being single just shows people that I know what I want and I know my worth. And so I'd rather wait for someone who's more determined to make a better offer to me than someone who's actually sneaky and not really being that honest, and someone who's quite childish and doesn't really want to offer much. Anyway, that is what I have for you, pal number 4, and I'll chat to you soon.